Welcome back to Bourbon Country Reacts.
Hey everybody, that's Keith. I'm Dustin. We got some music and some bourbon.
Some kind of bribe?
Yeah, Melody.
Oh,
Melody bribe.
all right.
So Melody had sent us. Have we done Old Crow?
I don't think well, I think we had a specialty Old Crow once.
I don't think we've had the regular.
And I think we were surprised at the quality of it.
It wasn't. We were. Our expectations were low.
Right, and it exceeded them.
Okay, well.
Well, I'm going to keep an open mind about
It's got a screw top.
the regular bottle.
I think it's glass. Yeah, it's glass.
Yeah, it's glass.
Yeah. So what did Melody want for this bribe?
Well,
Thank you, Melody.
so an artist I don't think we've had a bad song from,
Oh yeah.
Hardy.
There was one song of his. It was a performance more than the song.
Oh, that's right.
That was like, eh.
Well, we have absolutely come to the conclusion that the guy writes and performs some badass stuff.
Yes,
So
true that.
maybe I'm curious. I'm curious what we're going to get here.
Let's check it out. Here's your crow. It's squawky, you know.
I'm real curious about this. Man, tell me every time you look at him you don't think of Caleb.
Every single.
When your mom and dad are 10 feet tall, you got a superhero poster on your wall. Don't know the world's full of greed and lust. You just slide into third and ride the school bus. Wrestling is real, summer goes fast. A dollar bill feels like a water cashier's war and drugs and guns on hips. But all you're thinking about's how far you can skip a rock. Rock, rock. Then your wheels on your bike turn to gasoline. Get your first taste of love and nicotine. Your heart gets broke, your folks find you lighter. You lose a few bites and learn you ain't a fighter. You know.
This is killing me because everybody relates to it.
Well, I mean.
When you're a kid, I want to be a grown up.
Uh-huh.
Then when you're a grown up, you're like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, but grown up, adulting sucks. That's why we're 12 years old.
Perpetually.
Yeah.
Then your wheels on your back.
I got promoted to
Get
13
your first taste of love.
Why?
Nicotine.
I don't know what I
Your
did.
heart gets broke. Your folks find you lighter. You lose a few bites and learn you ain't a fighter. You know what's wrong and you know what's right, but you wanna be cool on a Friday night. Somebody puts a bottle in front of your face for the first time. You're stuck between a hard place and a rock. A rock. Rock. La da 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 da. La da 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 da.
This isn't going to a place about crack, is it?
Then you're paying bills and you're working hard and you're with your friends at the local bar. Hook up with someone, tell them how you feel, and just like that is something real. Then you meet the mom and you meet the dad, start having thoughts that you never had. Like that's the kind of thing worth waking up for. Next thing you know, you're saving up for a rock. Yeah. A rock.
Yeah.
A rock. One day your breath costs life itself. Book gets hung on heaven's shelf. They say a few words like it's a damn shame. Then they lay it down and they write your name on a rock. A rock.
Wow.
A rock. Yeah, we're all just living life on a rock. 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 Said we're all just living life on a rock. We're all just living life on a rock. We're all just living life.
mentioned it right before we started the video. He's a good songwriter, man.
He is. I do have to ask the question.
Okay.
What part of that song was country?
I think there was some country. I'm stretching. I think maybe there was some country instrumental at the beginning before it went into that la da 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 stuff. Then it turned into like pop rock.
Soft rock, really?
Yeah, I was gonna say soft, but yeah,
You didn't want to be that critical.
I didn't want to be that critical. I was trying to be nice.
we heard in the comments. I think it was 2 days ago. Apparently, I'm the critical one.
Well, yeah, he's the dick. You know this.
Oh, yeah.
This is
I
true.
can't deny that.
Yeah, I'm an ass.
Wait. Well,
No, don't do it. Stay away from it.
he didn't mean it that way.
No. All right.
Wow.
So, what do you think of the song?
I'm sorry. I've just got that.
You're all over the place now. He's messed up. All right. So, I think there was some country stuff in the beginning, and his delivery was country-ish.
I'll give that the vocal delivery was kind of a
Country adjacent.
country style, not necessarily country adjacent, but
Because it was a story song.
it was a story song. That is not the exclusive purview of country music, though.
I know. I'm trying, man. Come on. You're so critical.
Wow. I will give it a country vocal delivery. I think is probably the summary of the countryness of that song. Mm-hmm. I liked the song.
I thought the lyrics were awesome. I like kind of your point at the beginning. Didn't really know where it was going, and then it started to make sense, and I was like, "Oh, okay, wow." He wrote all this song about the word rock.
Well, he used kind of the slangs or metaphors, and went through all of life's stages with it.
Yeah,
Which is a pretty cool intellectual exercise all by itself. And he did it in a pleasing musical way. So, I mean, well done.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a cool tune.
Yeah. So, what do you think of this Old Grandad? Or, I'm sorry, Old Crow.
Old Crow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know, I don't hate it. And the first thing that pops into my head is well bourbon or well whiskey at a bar. You ever gotten well whiskey at a bar? It's probably been a while, if you ever did.
So, I'll go a little further than I don't hate it. I actually kind of like it.
What do you like about it?
It is absolutely basic bourbon.
Yes.
It has 2 flavors. Corn sweet
Yep.
and oak in the finish.
Yeah. And it's interesting because it has, you okay over there?
There was something on my face, man. What the fuck it was?
Your hand.
No, there was like a hair or something stuck there, man.
So
I'd say something about Joanna's long hair going everywhere, but if I do that and she hears it, and then I'm not happy.
You don't want that. No. Sinead O'Connor running around here.
Wow. I don't think she'd go that far, but it'll get
might.
short. The first complaint for me, it'll get short real quick,
Don't do that.
especially in summertime.
Right. Yeah, you just need to stop talking about it now.
I do.
She's still awake.
Yeah, so
But it's got an interesting burn in it.
I think overall it's smooth, but somehow you're right in that the burn and the oak are kind of complementing each other in my palate.
Yeah. That's right.
So I kind of like this. I could actually see this because of its basic nature pairing really well with a good cigar.
That's an interesting thought.
Because it won't stomp on your cigar flavors.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. And actually, the more Take a little bit of a bigger drink. The more you drink it, there's actually a little bit of like dark chocolate undertones that lead into that oak. Surprisingly.
Okay. And the problem being that you have to take a big drink to get it.
Yes, you do.
So what they did to maximize revenues,
Well,
they proofed it down too far.
what proof you got?
85.
You're wrong.
Yeah, what is it?
80.
80?
You had it,
All right,
you
so
had
it's
it
not
right when they
smooth.
proofed it down to. They proofed it down to the legal limit to call it bourbon.
Yeah, they proofed it down too far. At 100 proof, this would go from it's okay, it's very drinkable, to this is a damn good bourbon, which is probably what happened with the special barrel we did previously. It was whatever it was. It was probably a higher proof.
You're probably right. I wonder. So who is there?
As far as basic juice goes, this is all right.
Distilled and bottled by W.A. Gaines Division of the Old Crow Distillery Company in Claremont, Frankfort, Kentucky.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time.
So, but I wondered if they were like a bigger
Oh,
conglomeration.
if their label had been bought, no, I
Yeah,
think I
like
think they're
Evan
standalone.
Williams.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks
I
like
think
they
they're
are.
standalone. Yeah, so neat song,
Interesting little bourbon there.
and I've never had this,
I bet
and
it's-
I'm gonna admit that I probably would passing it on the shelf would have turned my nose up.
Well, and it's probably like $15
Yeah, and my
To
eyes
20?
don't even scan the bottom shelves usually.
typically. Yeah.
And I have actually heard a lot of people say this is not good bourbon.
I have too.
I don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's okay.
This, it's almost nostalgic for me because I don't think I've ever had Old Crow, but it tastes like the first bourbons I ever had.
Right back when you didn't know anything about bourbons.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not a terrible starter bourbon.
I would agree. If you want to try,
Inexpensive.
yeah, can I drink bourbon?
The epitome of basic bourbon.
And this would be awesome for a tasting to go from like this.
Oh,
to
this
like
would be
a
funny.
Woodford.
This would be funny to mix in
Yeah,
the middle of like
high end.
$150 bourbons. Just put this in the
In front of
middle
with your buddies.
and see how they react to
What
it.
do you guys think of this one?
This is a special one.
Oh my gosh, we got to do that.
Well,
We're gonna-
if they freaking watch this,
They won't notice. But before we end this video, we got to make a quick shout out.
okay.
So, we recently found out that we got a pretty cool bribe. You guys probably can't make it out
They
too
can't make
well,
it out.
but someone, Crystal Imagery, sent us some freaking awesome glasses with our logo on them. So thank you.
What they did, they either took the JPEG from the channel logo
Yep,
or our other barrel head
correct.
and engineered this image. I think they probably went to the channel logo, and I mean this is very finely ingrained.
That's awesome.
Who was that?
Her name was Sherry.
So
Crystal Imagery.
well, but the person that sent it was
Sherry.
Sherry.
Yeah.
Well, so thank you, Sherry. That is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of wondering if you knew Patrick at Light Source
Light-
to get this
Is
image.
it Light Scribe?
Light Source engraving.
Light Source.
So
Okay.
he did our other barrel head and has done some other stuff like this flask right here has, and yeah, our coasters. He did all of those for us. So yeah,
Freaking cool.
apparently Crystal Imagery does a pretty good job too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you, Sherry. That's super cool. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. Go ahead and drop down in the comments. Tell us what country music we need to check out. Tell us what North American whiskeys we need to try. And we'll see you next time.
See you.